Paris Fashion Week, where designers reveal their summer 2015 collections. Kicking off proceedings, Chanel, whose show as ever is at the Grand Palais, transformed into a quintessentially French boulevard for the occasion. For Karl Lagerfeld, sumptuous surroundings are as important as the clothes.
What's really important is the feel of the collection as a whole, and not so much each individual item. It's a collection, and it needs to be seen that way. Demonstrations, the street, the clothes, the girls. It's a real melting pot of ideas and inspirations.
The vibe is very 1970s, with a revolutionary twist. The concept? Putting femininity back into feminism.
My mum was a feminist. When I was 17 years old, she told me, you need to understand that men aren't particularly important. Providing you're not too ugly, as a woman you can have a child with any man you like.
The collection is chic, comfortable and carefree. In a word, Parisian.
There's always a strike and a riot in Paris, so it's very true to life.
Dior's Raf Simons chose the Central Court at the Louvre to reveal before a star-studded audience his summer collection, a show that owes a debt to the past and also to his last haute couture collection. A particular highlight, coats inspired by the courts of 18th century France.
This momentum in high fashion, there was a lot of silhouette, which is very without being critical, I think it's a very defined silhouette. Like how we read the silhouette is becoming very repetitive. So there was a lot of, I think in the last decade, a lot of decoration and over-decoration in the silhouette, and that made me think about maybe turning it around and start to think more about silhouettes.
But while Raf Simons might tend to intellectualize his work, his clients see things more clearly.
I think because for me, he's younger, he's new, he's fresh, and he's stronger too. And I think I'm this woman. I think like that.
At the Carreau du Temple, the new collection from Saint Laurent's Hedi Slimane screams 1970s rock groupies. Miniskirts, snakeskin, and studs were the order of the day. An onslaught of historical references from a man who clearly values spontaneity and more than a hint of rebellion. At the other end of the spectrum, Sonia Rykiel, in her boutique on Boulevard Saint-Germain, the first collection from the label's new creative director, Julie de Libran, who previously worked with Marc Jacobs at Vuitton.
My mom used to wear Sonia Rykiel in the 70s. I was born in the 70s, so yes, I already knew the fashion house. And when I arrived, I really immersed myself in the archives. I felt almost as if I'd stepped into my mom's wardrobe. I felt at home very quickly.
At Sonia Rykiel, fashion is very much a woman's business.
The collection was great, really very French, very chic, a little 70s inspired.
Designers weren't afraid to step outside the box. At the Palais de Chaillot, American Rick Owens turned shape and form on their heads.
To use tulle in an architectural, geometric, stiff way, I thought would be a very beautiful thing to do, so that's what I tried. There's a lot of romance, but romance in a very, very controlled, maybe a little bit cold way, but there's romance.
A romanticism echoed at Dries van Noten, also showing at the Grand Palais, where the models wore a dazzling array of colours on a catwalk made of a carpet of grass and fresh flowers.
I really wanted to push myself with this collection, developing textiles, patterns, embroidery, prints. I gave it everything I could, because I really wanted to do something amazing. I wanted to break the mold. So it's not really, well, I'd call it a real collection. Items of clothing that I've created in really beautiful materials.
Clothes are made to be worn, but when labels like Lanvin, showing at the Paris School of Fine Arts, arouse so much desire in their customers, the wait to get hold of the collections isn't easy. Alber Elbaz knows exactly what he's doing.
He has real mastery of women's tailoring. He really respects a woman's body, and that's wonderful.
A refined and chic collection that references art, but also industrial design.
In this luxury industry, the most important thing to remember is that at the source of it all lie creativity and intuition. The business side is the result of that, but we don't start with business. We start with emotion, feeling, and desire.
But economics does sometimes win over creativity. From now on, Jean-Paul Gaultier will be focusing on his haute couture. His last ever ready-to-wear show at the Grand Rex Cinema paid homage to pageant shows. The man who's been so pivotal to avant-garde fashion clearly hasn't lost his sense of humour.
For the first time in my 38-year career, I had the clothes ready a week in advance. I usually have them ready the night before. It's amazing, isn't it? The day that I stop, boom, it all seems so much easier. But there you go, it's quite funny. Maybe it's a sign saying carry on.
Jean-Paul Gaultier embodies the very essence of Parisian fashion. Elegant, often subversive and modern. Style in the French capital isn't afraid of pushing boundaries.